What's up everyone, it's Vivi and welcome back to the channel. So Famitsu Weekly revealed the last of Nomura's interview. What they did is they pretty much went over these misunderstandings, these mistranslations. It's overall a recap of stuff we've already had before. First thing I'd like to go over, Nomura made it clear that the events in the Toy Story world in KH3 take place after the second film. You said that the story of the Toy Story world will take place after the second movie. I wrote the plot thinking it would slot between 1 and 2, but in the end, it became a story taking place after the second movie. I mean look, Pixar even told Square Enix that they want a story which is exclusive to KH3, not a story which follows the movie's plot. Kingdom Hearts 1 and Kingdom Hearts 2 had these parallel worlds, where the characters, they were part of the film's plot. As for Kingdom Hearts 3, that no longer seems to be the case. Yes, we've only seen a couple of worlds, but I feel like it's going to be that way. It's pretty simple really. Toy Story will take place after the events of the second film, and as for Big Hero 6, the events will take place after the film. 2 worlds already. Is it far-fetched to think that the other worlds will follow the same formula? In other words, non-parallel worlds? What do you think? Now about this whole thing, Toy Story being canon in Kingdom Hearts, I know there has been a few translations and many people have jumped to the conclusion that Nomura confirmed it. Am I the only one who's not convinced? I mean, if we go back to his first translation, Nomura said to think of it as being part of the Toy Story universe. The way I see it is, the events in Toy Story, the world, they've already taken place. The events that took place in the film have already happened in that world. Sora, Donald, and Goofy simply show up after those events. That's just how I understand the whole situation. It doesn't necessarily mean that Kingdom Hearts is canon, but that's just me. Pixar said they wanted the story to be exclusive to KH3, but they did not say anything about the story being canon. Sure, Nomura is heavily involved in the production of Kingdom Hearts 3, but I'm expecting a confirmation by Pixar at least. Or maybe Nomura is speaking on their behalf, I'm not too sure, but anyways. Since the events are taking place after the second movie, the interviewer brought up the following question. Are Bullseye and Jessie going to show up? Since, you know, it's taking place after the second film. These characters appeared in the second film. Here's the question, so then, where are the characters that made their debut in the second film, like Jessie and Bullseye? As well as Jessie and Bullseye, there will also be other characters that didn't appear in the trailer. It was explained a little in the cutscene, but when Andy went missing, so did some of the other toys. It's awesome to know that these characters have been confirmed. Now, Bullseye was part of Al's collection. Al was mentioned in the first movie, but he was part of the second film. Now their friends went missing in action according to Buzz. Even Nomura said so. Now young Xehanort said there's missing darkness. How hearts connect in this world, that pretty much caught his attention. If all friends disappeared, including these two, Bullseye and Jessie, could young Xehanort be behind it? Could Al be involved in this? I mean, he collects toys. Did he take the toys and gave them to young Xehanort? Hey, I mean, it's a story exclusive to KH3, so they could do whatever they want with the characters. As long as Pixar approves, I guess. Now, could young Xehanort be breaking the world's order, as mentioned by Donald? That might be the case, or perhaps not. Maybe he is trying to not break the world's order. I mean, for example, we had Xemnas show up when Tron disappeared, remember that cutscene? I guess they want to remain hidden. As for young Xehanort, maybe not. Maybe he did talk to Al, maybe he creeped them out. And plus, didn't Xaldin break the world's order when communicating with Beast? Plus, young Xehanort is not a toy. He looks normal. Sora seems to be pushing away his arm. Some seem to think that young Xehanort is a toy, but looking at his size compared to the background, he seems to be normal. And that right there seems to hint that he doesn't care about the world's order. Well, they never did. Anyways, if let's say young Xehanort was involved with Al and with the kidnapping of the toys, I'd expect to see a reference in Toy Story 4 if this story were canon. Like at least some sort of Easter egg, just to confirm that what Nomura said is true. Next, according to Nomura, some worlds will have different outfits. This brings me back to Donald and Goofy in the Toy Story world. It seems like they have new outfits, but this could simply be the world's design. I mean look, the orchestra trailer and the D23 trailer, they weren't that far apart. In the orchestra trailer, Donald and Goofy had their normal outfits, during the cutscene in Twilight Town. But in the D23 trailer, they seem to be wearing different clothes, well, at least for the colors. I mean, Goofy went from yellow pants to green, Donald went from blue to a darker color. As for Sora, the red is still there, but there seems to be some added patterns. So I'm not too sure here. I guess it has to do with what Nomura said. Some worlds having their own unique outfits. Twilight Town is Twilight Town, Sora is wearing his normal clothes. As for Frozen, let's say, will Sora wear a winter outfit? Hey, didn't he have a different outfit in Halloween Town, well, Christmas Town to be more precise? Well, yeah, at least for the final mix version, so it seems like Nomura wants to kick it up a notch. It'd be interesting to see different outfits. I'm wondering what the outfit in Big Hero 6 will look like. Sure, if we look at this concept art, Sora is wearing his normal clothes, but this was a while back. Stuff can change. Next, the interviewer proceeded by saying if this idea of new outfits applies to worlds we've had before. Nomura said he can't say much. There you go. Another interesting thing, he explained that existing worlds will have new locations. What he means by existing worlds, I think, is the worlds we've seen before, like in KH2. He said people will be surprised by the new locations in Twilight Town at least. Since there's going to be less Disney worlds in KH3, it makes sense to add more content in each world. That's actually their intention. Add less Disney worlds, but add more content. Same thing applies for the original worlds. Twilight Town, like Nomura said, a bunch of new explorable areas. There's perhaps Radiant Garden, Castle Oblivion, the whole thing with Ventus, maybe Traverse Town, who knows. There's also something else which is interesting, mentioned by Nomura. Primarily, Disney worlds will be for gameplay progression, so there will be many new locations for you to enjoy playing around in, while the existing original worlds will be for story progression. In already visited locations, you will especially be able to indulge in our power to now properly express the location in all its glory. Okay, it seems like Disney worlds will not be important in the story. That's not the case. Nomura said Disney worlds will primarily be gameplay. He didn't say that the Disney worlds will fully focus on gameplay only. The majority of the story, however, will progress in original KH worlds. Twilight Town, Radiant Garden, and all that. One example of story progression in a Disney world we have already is the scene with young Xehanort at the toy store. Although the majority of the story will be explained in original worlds, the Disney worlds will have some small segments. Last thing before finishing off this video, it's the 10th anniversary of The World Ends With You. Anything special for that? Well, Union Cross Japan will receive a special Riku medal and Neku medal. This applies from today to August 7th. Does this mean anything at all for the series, The World Ends With You? I don't think so, but I just want to go over an interview. Well, a question, I mean. This was last year. This was explained by Nomura. He said that when it comes to The World Ends With You, its following is very big overseas. He goes on to state that many people, especially overseas, request that a sequel be made. Nomura adds that this is no easy task, but the possibility of new entry isn't completely ruled out. He wants to ensure that he will have the staff and team needed to deliver a product equal to the original game. Now, remember the promise made by Sora to Neku in Dream Drop Distance, seeing them in Shibuya? I wonder if they could maybe reveal that for its 10th anniversary. Am I wishing for too much? I mean, Sora made a promise. Or maybe he lied. He probably did. But as for the next world reveal, it's going to be in 2018, judging by what Nomura said, that the next report will be in 2018, most likely during the fan event in Japan. Hey, I mean, they said less Disney worlds. Could Shibuya be a new world in KH3? Sure, it's not an original KH world, it's a new world, but it's not Disney. Hey, who knows? But other than that, guys, this is it for the video. As usual, if you have any questions, leave them all in the comment section below. And as always, I've been VV, and thank you for watching this video. Until next time.